And a pretty good even break too. Key Danzig, one of those in the center, very fast away. Darik is right up with the early place too. Mariensky just behind her. Nani is just upsides Mariensky too. Darik with the lead from Mariensky, and Norwich under the stands rails. Norwich now just about the leader from Mariensky and Darik towards the right of the picture. Norwich from Darik, Mariensky. Seara over on the far side running fast. Running down now to the half-mile mark, and as they do so, it's Norwich, Steve Cawthon towards the right of the picture, Mariensky in the royal colours upsides him, Darik with the sheepskin noseband in the centre, Seara running fast, being chased by Regal Peace, then comes Bold Russian in the Gordon White second colours. They're racing down now towards the 2 furlong pole. Mariensky, Norwich and Darik, who've disputed it so far, from Seara making good ground. Key Danzig over on the far side, in excess is making ground, and Nani trying to get on terms, just in behind Norwich, racing down towards the furlong pole. Key Danzig on the far side, Norwich on the near side, Anani coming there. Sally Rouse is putting in a run, and also over on the far side, Bow Russian. Sally Rouse has just come to take it up now in the centre. It's Sally Rouse now as they race up towards the line from on the far side, Bow Russian. Sally Rouse from Bow Russian, and Sally Rouse wins it. Bow Russian is second, Key Danzig is third, 4 was Norwich.
Willie Carson, 3 Albana, Alan Munro, 4 Fiorentia, Chris Rutter, 5 Food of Love, Steve Cawthon, 6 Furijet, Pat Edery, 8 is the Irish filly, Irish Challenger Grand Morning, ridden by Christy Roach, 9 It's All Academic, Michael Roberts, 10 Kandara, ridden by Walter Swinburne, 11 Maratib, ridden by Richard Hills, 12 is Maria Cappuccini, ridden by Frankie Dettori, and 13 On Tiptoes, ridden by Dean McEwen. Some heavy betting on this fillies race, the Queen Mary. Here's how it goes at the moment.
And seems to be concerned with 3 of them. Balwa and Furajet are the joint favourites at 11-4. But close up, Grand Morning 7-2. On Tiptoes 8-1. Maratib is 10-1. Food of Love 11s. It's All Academic 12-1, and Maria Cappuccini 20-1. 25-1 by 8.
Fiorentia nearest to us, under orders, and that away. Grand Morning breaks fast with Balwa towards the far side. And there are a couple of the early leaders with Kandara and On Tiptoes towards the near side. And On Tiptoes, the Northern Challenger, is the overall leader on the near side. On Tiptoes is the leader from Food of Love running fast. Balwa over on the far side with Grand Morning right up with them. But as they race in the gloom now towards the halfway mark in the Queen Mary, it's On Tiptoes and Dean McEwen at the 2 furlong pole in the lead from Grand Morning over on the far side. Food of Love is right up there towards the near side too. Balwa's got plenty to do and will certainly not get there, but On Tiptoes is blazing the trail and looks to have it sewn up with a furlong to run now in the Queen Mary. It's On Tiptoes, the Northern Challenger from the smaller stable, to run a horse here at Ascot. On Tiptoes has skated it and has won it from trap to line with the runner-up. It's All Academic, and a photo for third between Grand Morning and Furijet. Well, what a stunning victory for On Tiptoes, owned and bred by Mr. John Rolls, ridden by Jim Lee, only his 4th winner of the season. Jim Lee from County Wicklow, who's been training over here at Lincoln for the last few years. Ridden by Dean McEwen, who bounced this filly out of the stalls and won, really going away. I said bred by John Rolls, but he in fact may not have bred the filly, because I noticed that she changed hands in the bargain basement for 7,000 guineas as a yearling. Well, the judge has named It's All Academic second rather, and has called on a photo for third, but there was only one winner from start to finish here.
Tiptoes 8-1. Second, number 9, It's All Academic, 12-1. And third, number 6, Furijet, 3-1.
Heart of Joy, 11-8. Pharaoh's Delight coming in 4-1. So there's a bit of support for Pharaoh's Delight. Haspar 9-2. Chimes of Freedom 5-1. 12-1 are those 4. What do you think of that market, John?
Well, they seem to have Made Heart of Joy pretty short, inevitably. She didn't really like the firm ground. I think she's possibly had enough runs on the firm ground, otherwise she'd be even shorter. But she's certainly the form filly. We've got Model Village going on, and then May We. Those are the last two. Here's Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, May We, the last installed, that's it. And they're away. Hasbar shows early on. Waterwell over on the far side. Heart of Joy coming to join the lead now. Hasbar from Waterwell and Heart of Joy with Chimes of Freedom in 4. Then comes May We for France in 5. Model Village comes next, and Pharaoh's Delight is the back marker of the septet, and Hasbar's making it from Waterwell and Heart of Joy. Within 4th place, Chimes of Freedom. Still, Hasbar with that sheepskin noseband showing prominently in the lead. That's Waterwell towards the outside. Heart of Joy just in behind him. May We has made a little bit of progress towards the outside. Steve Cawthon now on Chimes of Freedom. Still Hasbar from Waterwell. Heart of Joy. Chimes of Freedom, May We, Model Village, and Pharaoh's Delight. As they race now into the home turn, still Hasbar with the lead from Heart of Joy, travelling very sweetly on the inside. Waterwell on the outside, Chimes of Freedom, and Steve Cawthon still to move towards the outside. May We's making a little bit of progress. Hasbar now from Chimes of Freedom making ground towards the stand side. Between horses is Heart of Joy. It's Hasbar now from Chimes of Freedom. Chimes of Freedom and Steve Cawthon quickening now. Chimes of Freedom take it up now inside the final furlong from Hasbar and Heart of Joy, and May We racing up towards the line. Number 3 here for Steve Cawthon at the Royal Meeting. Chimes of Freedom wins it in dazzling style. Hasbar is second, and third is Heart of Joy, and 4 May We, and then came Pharaoh's Delight and Waterwell and Model Village. And so the result of the 1990 Coronation Stakes, a dazzling victory for number 1, Chimes of Freedom, owned by Mr. Stavros Niarchos, trained by Henry Cecil and written by Steve Cawthon. Number 50, this for at Royal Ascot for Henry Cecil. Second was number 2, Hasbar, owned by Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum, trained by Tom Jones at Newmarket and written by Richard Hills. And third was number 3, Heart of Joy, owned by Mr. John C. Maybe, trained by Michael Starr and written by Walter Swinburne. Fourth was the French challenger, May We. But this is the winner, the clear winner, winner of 5 of her 7 races now. And here's how she won it.
And this was the answer to the question we asked. Could she come back to her best? She's back with a bang. A brilliant performance. Heart of Joy never really travelling easily. Walter Swinburne's gone for his whip at the 2 furlong marker. She wasn't going to pick up for him. She's had one too many run on firm ground. She tries, she puts her head down, but she can't even pull back Hasbar. But look at the brilliant run by Chimes of Freedom on the outside. When Steve Cawthon asks her to go, she picks up and shows that brilliant acceleration that she showed as a 2-year-old. She's come right back to her very best and quickly puts distance between herself and the runner-up. Heart of Joy runs on so bravely in 3rd place, but she just hasn't got the resources after a tough early season campaign. But the further they go, the further Chimes of Freedom wins. A really sparkling win for this filly, and she's won by 5 or 6 lengths. Coming round to the straight, you can see that Steve's got his field covered on the outside. Waterwell there in the white caps run a really good race for 6 furlongs. Walter Swinburne, he's got room to make his move if he wants to. Horses behind, as you can see, being switched there towards the outside, just not really getting the run of the race. The French filly May We runs on well without being able to pull back the 3rd horse, but she had every chance if she was good enough. Gerard Mossy for a moment was enclosed there. But Steve Cawthon driving this filly home straight and true for a spectacular win.
So Henry Cecil will be greeting yet another winner of the Coronation Stakes. 11-2, the winner. A race that I remember him winning back in 1975 with Rusalka. Won it with another very good filly in 79. That was 1 in a million.
and with Chalon in 82. And how delighted he'll be to see this filly back to her sparkling best. She's by private account out of Aviance by Northfields. Had a scintillating two-year-old career, winning her first 4 of her 5 races. There's Henry in the background in the dark topper. And how really delighted he'll be with his daughter of private account. Well, you won't be surprised to hear that the official verdict was 5 lengths. 5 lengths, 1.5 lengths between second and third. The Hunt Cup are next. The starting prices on the Coronation as follows.
First number 1, Chimes of Freedom, 11-2. Second number 2, Hasbar, 9-2. And third number 3, Heart of Joy, 11-8 favourite. 7 rand.
6-1, Pride of Araby, and they're running. Pride of Araby towards the right of the picture, comes right over towards the stand side. Ciel Moore running fast over on the far side with Eurostar, Secretary of State, right up there. They're running fast in the centre too. Dawn Success, Southern Sky, and Nayland up there. And as they settle down, looking right of the picture, and it's the second colours now of Prince Khaled Abdullah. Sovereign Rocket have just taken it up on the near side. Sovereign Rocket running very fast on the near side with Ponte Novo also, and over on the far side it's Nayland with a sheepskin noseband, and also on the far side True Dividend showing very good speed with Twilight Agenda. True Dividend is the leader over on the far side. On the near side it's Sovereign Rocket and Ponte Novo, and they're being followed by Hero Sash, and over on the far side True Dividend, with also coming there strongly now Twilight Agenda, and Twilight Agenda being traced by Nayland. It's Twilight Agenda at the 2 furlong marker over on the far side. Sovereign Rocket on the near side. Suparu is coming there, and also in the centre Curtain Call. Curtain Call on the near side with Ponte Nuevo. Gilderdale putting in a run also. It's Curtain Call in the centre. Over on the far side Twilight Agenda, but it's the near side that have it. And as they race up towards the line, Ponte Novo has got into the lead on the near side. It's a photo. Ponte Novo has just won it from Curtain Call with Pride of Araby, and in a photo with Suparu, and on the far side of Suparu and right up with them was Hero Sash. But Ponte Novo, for me, the bottom weight under Gary Bardwell, has won it. Number 32, Ponte Novo, owned by Mr. Walter Mariti, trained by David Ellsworth, and ridden by Gary Bardwell.
Outside of these, Kasayid comes to dispute and to take second. And close behind these, River God going very nicely, one off the rails within 5 is Sober Mind, as they turn now into the straight with just 3 to go, and it's still Parting Moment from Kasayid. Criminal Law on the inside being joined by River God, then Sober Mind, and then making late headway towards the leaders is Slow Exposure as they straighten for home. They've 2 to run. Parting Moment yet to be headed, but River God's got thoughts about that, and indeed River God now at the 2 comes to take it up very easily. River God from Parting Moment in second. Way behind Kasayid is third. Criminal Law 4, Sober Mind 5. Up now into the final furlong, and River God strides clear, at least 4 lengths ahead of Parting Moment in second, going up to the line, and River God being eased. Steve Coulson again. River God from Parting Moment. Kasayid to pass the post in third. Just past halfway, uphill now towards the 5 furlong marker. and Carlingford continues to show in front of Beau Ideal, who's only a half length behind, if that. Bean King takes closer order, racing wide. Garcid on the outside is making ground. Mathega's making ground. Army of Stars still well in touch on the inside. So they race up now towards the 4 furlong from home marker, and it's still Carlingford just from Beau Ideal, only a neck between these two. They're a length in front of the Prussian, who's on the outside disputing third with Army of Stars. Bean King's poised behind these. Then comes Native Magic looking for room, but nowhere much to go at the moment. Hatil just in front of him, and Persion wide is making plenty of ground, and bringing in his slipstream comes Further Flight. They straighten for home now, 2.5 to run. And here it is that Carlingford drops away, and Army of Stars is left in front with Hatil, the challenger. Native Magic getting some daylight on the rails. First Victory comes to challenge. In the centre of the track, the Prussian. They've got 1.5 furlongs to go, and it's here that Hatil goes on now from First Victory, and the Prussian in the centre. Army of Stars fourth on the far side. Ivory Wave 5 and racing for home now, and it's Hatil, 1.5 lengths in front of First Victory. Going for the line, Hatil is clear. First Victory, the Prussian for third, Army of Stars fourth.